Hello, I'm Sandra Lee with MiracleInspirations.com and the Breathe Life's Inspirations blog. I've been doing a weekly series, Your Health on Stress and What You Can Do. So if you want to receive my weekly messages about that, then go to the website and subscribe. This is part of my Facebook Live series, Ask Me Anything about energy blocks, injuries, and healing. So I have been a massage therapist for 28 years, and anybody recent years who has come to me for body work, but also people who have come to me for biofield tuning will have heard me talk about this thing about energy blocks and injuries, but for the rest of you, you haven't. So I'm going to talk about that today. Anytime anything happens to me that is traumatic or difficult, and I am not able to completely experience and resolve it, there's an energy block that gets stuck in my field. In biofield tuning, we work with the energy field, the field around me. It's also called the aura. Okay, so I imagine I have a block of energy from a trauma that gets stuck in my field. And if over the course of my lifetime, I've had a variety of traumas, there's all these balls of stuck energy in my field. So imagine being me, living in this energy field and looking through all this mess of blocked energy around me. It makes it difficult for me to be the person I want to be in the world. If I think about my energy field, it helps my body to function. It helps me be the person I want to be. So it's like I'm here trying to live through this maze, this mess of energy blocks. And then if people out there want to interact with me, they see me through this haze of blocked energy. So in biofield tuning, part of what we're doing with the sound is helping to clear all those energy blocks out of the field. So that's energy blocks and traumas from that perspective. Now I want to talk about it in terms of like physical injuries. Well, actually, let's go back. So if I have beliefs about myself that are negative, limiting, thinking about things that aren't possible for me, that I can't have what I want, or I'm afraid, or I'm angry, or frustrated, or upset with myself, or I have beliefs about what I can accomplish or not accomplish. Look at the live about beliefs, right? All of those things are also blocks in my field. And the traumas and these balls of energy that I was just talking about contribute to those belief systems that I have about myself. They contribute to the emotion that I have, the experience that I have of myself in my life. So, talking about that. But now let's talk about physical injuries. So when I am doing body work, but also when I'm working with biofield tuning, I am working with the blocks of energy in the body and to some extent in the energy field when I'm doing body work, okay? And the flow of that energy. So imagine that this is my body, okay? This is the head and this is my feet down here. So a lot of people have symptoms in their feet or in their legs, pretty common, right? So this is what I tell people, and I've been telling this to people for a long time. For my feet to work properly, move, function, stand, be free of pain, heal themselves, okay? The energy needs to be flowing through my body, through my whole body, to my feet, okay? Specifically, most obviously, the energy needs to be flowing from the hip, through the knee, through the foot, and out into the ground. At the very minimal level, right? Energy needs to be flowing from the spine, right? Where the leg connects, right? Through the leg and out the foot. But also, energy needs to be flowing through the whole body, into the top of the head, through the neck, through the back, through that hip, through the knee, through the foot, to the ground. There needs to be a flow of energy from out above all the way through the body, connecting to the ground. And Energy needs to be flowing from the ground into the foot, through the ankle, through the knee, through the hip, out through the body and out the top of the head. I've been telling people this for years. Energy needs to be flowing from above all the way through, connecting to the ground, and from the ground through the body all the way out the top of the head. So a lot of what I do when I do body work, and also when I'm doing biofield tuning, is facilitating that flow, helping the energy flow from the earth through the body and out the top and down the other direction. I call that state being grounded from an energetic perspective. Okay. Now this is different from grounding, which is like being electrically connected to the earth, whereas the physical flow of negative charges coming from the earth, we'll talk about that in another life. Okay. But being energetically grounded is having this flow of energy flowing all the way through the body. So when I'm doing biofield tuning, that is a significant part of what I am doing. I am using sound, this energetic healing modality, to get that energy flowing from the earth to provide support, from the sun to provide support. So I have been doing this energetic grounding with people for a long, long, long time in doing hands-on body work. Okay. Since adding biofield tuning into my toolbox, it's made it so much easier. Because before, what I would do is when I was working with somebody, okay, I would use my intention to help to shift those energy blocks. And I would tell the person who I'm working with, hey, help the energy flow through your foot. This energy that's blocked in your back, allow it to go down through your foot, connecting it to the ground. Pull that energy up from the ground, and I would do it manually, engaging the person in that process so that they are participating in that flow of energy and facilitating the flow of energy. With biofield tuning, now using sound has made that so much easier. So I really appreciate the ability of biofield tuning to assist in this process of helping people get grounded. Okay, so we was talking about energy blocks associated with trauma and the effect on the field. Now we're talking about this grounding connection through that central channel of the body, okay, where we connect to flow of energy coming from the earth, support coming from the earth and from the sun. Now we're going to take it to the next more physical level, to physical injuries, okay, and how it impacts this head to foot energy flow, okay? So anytime I get any sort of physical injury, it causes the energy in that area and in the body to get what I call chaotic, right? So what I've just been talking about is the flow of energy through the body and how necessary it is to support the body in functioning properly, okay? So the traumas that we were talking about and the lack of flow that we were talking about, both can cause the energy in the field, in the body, to get chaotic. How I describe it to people when I'm working with them is, you know, it's like, instead of flowing, the energy gets blocked and stuck and chaotic, okay? So let's give an example of a physical injury and how this happens. Have you ever stubbed your toe, right? Kicked something really hard and you hurt your toe? That is a minor injury. It's going to heal pretty quickly, but when you do that, it causes the energy in your foot to become chaotic. And it might cause the energy to be chaotic, not just in the foot and the ankle, but it might cause the energy to be chaotic all the way up to the hip and the back. Depending on how disintegrated, out of flow your energy already is, that stub on the foot could affect the energy in my whole body. Any sort of physical injury causes chaotic energy. Even if it's just, you know, a prick or a paper cut on my finger. I hit my head on the cabinet. I fall. Obviously, if I fall, it's going to cause that sort of chaotic energy, right? Each of these minor things causes an impact on your energy flow. So if I talked about having this energy flowing smoothly going through is important for the body's ability to function and to heal, does it make sense that if I have had any of these injuries, minor or major, the body's ability to heal itself is negatively impacted, right? I stub my toe and my ability to heal that is going to happen relatively quickly, but it's still compromised compared to how it would heal if I hadn't blocked up that flow. So given that I've injured my foot, right? If I then allow the energy to flow through more smoothly, then that injury is going to heal faster. If I have fallen, right, and I've hurt my back, or I've hurt my leg, I've hurt my hand, right? Imagine I hurt my hand, okay? I've fallen on my hand and it's all bruised and I can't move it. It hurts, okay? My ability to use that hand is obviously going to be compromised, but my ability to heal that injury is compromised if I do not allow the energy to flow through it. So for me, as a biofield tuning practitioner, right, I work with energy to facilitate that flow of energy through so that injury can heal itself and movement can return more quickly than it would have if we hadn't done the biofield tuning. So a friend of mine gave me a testimonial, okay, where she had hurt her hand, she had fallen. And while I was doing distance biofield tuning on her, getting the energy flowing through, okay, she watched the bruise go away and she was able to close her hand. She was able to use her hand more fully after that session. A lot of what I was doing was getting the energy flowing through, allowing the chaotic energy in that area to be able to clear, releasing the chaos, right? And allowing this part of the body that's gotten chaotic to become once again in the flow of the whole body's flow of energy. So when energy becomes blocked, it compromises function, it can cause pain, it can impact how I feel, it can impact what I think I can do in my life. Allowing the trauma to be released, allowing the energy to flow through an injury area facilitates healing. It facilitates my ability to function. It impacts how I feel about myself, right? So much is made possible by facilitating the energy flowing if it is blocked. And biofield tuning powerfully impacts all of that. So, since I have some time, I'm going to do a little bit of biofield tuning here with you now. Okay, so imagine you have a point below your feet that connects you to the earth. So we're going to, with the tuning, okay, allow that energetic flow to connect to the earth and draw earth energy up and through the body, okay? So for you listening, just imagine that you're drawing a flow of energy up from the earth through your body and out the top of your head. And if you add to this with your intention, like you're listening to me do this with you, and you actually do it yourself in your mind, that makes it even more powerful. So drawing earth energy up through your body and out the top of your head. Now, I didn't have you pay attention to how you felt before I did that, but pay attention now. Does it feel a little bit different from normal, from having established a little bit more of this earth connection? Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing with drawing energy down from the sun. Okay, so imagine the sun is out there. The sun is always there. The sun is always there, providing energy and support for us. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you draw sun energy down from the sun into the top of your head, through your body, and connecting you to the earth. Drawing sun energy down and bringing it through your body. So for me, just noticing how my body feels, and I do this all the time, right? This biofield tuning stuff. I feel there's more circulation, more flow, more energy moving in my body. I feel more in alignment, right? I feel like it's easier to stand taller just with this consciously bringing in the connection to the earth and the connection to the sun. And if I pay attention to it, I can feel the flow of the energy flowing in both directions, up and down. Supporting my body in releasing whatever it is that's blocked, and supporting my body in being healthy, making any repairs that may be necessary, and me being the person who I want to be in the world. Breathe. I'm Sandra Lee with miracleinspirations.com and the Breathe Life's Inspirations blog on Facebook Live. If you are interested in doing any biofield tuning, if you have any injuries, if you have any areas where you're struggling, things you're stuck with, things that you're overwhelmed or confused or stressed out by, biofield tuning can help you to manage all of those things and help you come back to center, come back to being yourself the way you feel like you are as a person, rather than dealing with all the craziness and the stress out there in the world, right? So it's like with all the stress out there in the world, that alone, I kind of experience as a trauma. And if I allow myself to be drawn into all of that, that blocks my energy. And so biofield tuning has been powerful at helping me come back to center and get back to what I'm about, what I'm doing in the world, making things happen. Breathe. Have a wonderful day. How can you be more in the flow in your body and in your life? Have a wonderful day. Thank you.